Hi, I'm Carly. I'm at FurKids Animal Rescue as their social media specialist. I started back in January of 2024 and I've been here ever since.
What's the best thing about getting to work with pets all day?
I think the best thing about working with animals is just knowing that you're helping someone and that the work that we're doing here is meaningful. As many bad things as we see in animal rescue, you also see really heartwarming stories about selfless people adopting animals, and I think that's the best part, is that it just feels really rewarding.
What's a day in the life of a cat at FurKids shelter?
It would start out with waking up and crying at every single person that walks near you because you're so hungry. Usually if they're in the grand adoption room, we'll let them out and stretch their legs and get to play and run around. The cage cleaners will come by and reset their cages for them, clean their litter boxes, change their water and change their food, and give them some wet food in the morning. After that, they're usually just hanging out. Sometimes they'll have an adoption event, so they'll get to meet with people, and then they'll head back for the night.
How are adoption and surrender rates affected during the holidays?
They're definitely raised. I think that a lot of people adopt during the holidays just because they want someone special to be in their house during the holidays. But then once people realize that they're a lot of work, a lot of times we'll have owner surrenders right after the holidays. So I would say it's increased around the holidays, but not exponentially in comparison to the rest of the year.
Can you tell us about the thrift stores and how they add to the organization?
Yeah, so we have 5 thrift stores in the metro Atlanta area, and they generate about 35% of our annual revenue. So every single purchase at a FurKids thrift store directly benefits the life-saving programs here at FurKids. We have locations in Johns Creek, Marietta, Norcross, Peachtree Corners, and we're also looking to open up a new location around Cumming as well.
How is FurKids connected with Shiloh Gardens?
So Shiloh Gardens is the name of the property that we're on. It has the Giaquinto Event Center, which is a really big revenue resource for FurKids. So we rely on bookings at our event center to help generate essential revenue for the life-saving work that we're doing here at FurKids.
Can you tell us about the organization's history and the future plan?
Yeah, so it all started back in 2002. Our founder, Sam Shelton, looked on her back porch and saw a mom cat and her kittens and took them to an animal control where she was told that they would pretty much be euthanized. She decided that she could not stand for this, so she took them in with her and found homes for them, and then it all kind of started from there. It snowballed from there. Now we're on a 9-acre property with our brand new cat shelter that was opened in December of 2023, and we're currently breaking ground and building our new dog shelter on the property. It'll be able to double our capacity from 60 to 130 dogs, and we're also building a medical center on the property that'll allow us to perform major surgeries and life-saving medical care for the animals in our program.
What is the medical field like here?
So currently we have a medical suite in our administration building that's comprised of a few vets and some vet techs, and we do everything from general intake to spay and neuter surgeries. For some of our more intensive procedures, we will send them to external vets like Russell Ridge and the Veterinary Emergency Group. As of right now, we're currently building a medical center on the property, so we don't have to send to an external vet.
Could you tell us about the FIV and FELV cats here?
Yeah, so FurKids is one of the only organizations that intentionally rescues FIV and FELV cats. FIV stands for feline immunodeficiency virus, which is basically means that the cats have a weakened immune system, so it might take them a little bit longer to get over a cold, but they can live long and happy lives just like any other cat. And our FELV program, FELV stands for feline leukemia virus, and that's a little bit more intense of a virus. Again, it weakens their immune system. It can cause them to take a little bit longer to recover from a cold. And their lifespans might be a little bit shorter, but at FurKids we truly believe that every cat is deserving of a home. So we're proud to be one of the only rescue organizations in the Southeast that intentionally cares for these types of cats.
Could you tell us about some of the long-term cats here?
First one that comes to mind is actually Graciela. She's been with us for about 2 years, and I think it's just because she's a little bit misunderstood and she has the tendency to be a little spicy. We do have several long-stay cats. So we know that their adopters are out there somewhere, but sometimes it just takes a little bit longer for them to find them.